Oy, se malungilitasil sel beklaad, malungilitasil sra ong ilang ngirang. Oh, ong edel urior. Oh, ma elata mo duk morsel toksorgi dra PNSB Palau National Scholarship Award. Trigay okya kam lamay mahal ka dunga may kin mastri mal bolo mo ra program gite. Edol mol malungilitasil sila ko kami wa har adala PNSB.
Malungilitasil sila ko ka West 5. Kung may musulang adrangan belal malbol di kung kami magidi may talk show. Dira kami malungilitasil sila mo kami rogol adam na sabi tune in oreng sumaro Mr. Tashore al afternoon. Aw era yung sak malomo ila di po kumte kama malngartiang mar other office mar board members di po kutar sa susur kama malmorar leader sergit makote di kutar siya maltmol at susur kama malmora at tangak kay President Surang Alwips Jr. Edire kal kutar sa susur kama malmora at tangak kay Vice President Udu sa Kapaw Senior mar members sa cabinet. Aktire kal malodar sa susur kama malmora Senate President Hokons Paules, marbek kal senators, madire kal Speaker House of Delegates, El Sabino Anastasio, marbek kal delegates. Dire kal bukudar sa susur kama malmora Ipatul, Maraklay, Marubukul Belaw, madire kal Bilung, Maebiraklay, Maramasil Belaw. Mamulabong ledi kudar sa susur kama malmora governors, mar speakers regal pek state ra Palau Belaw. So ngilitasil nga angkle kamorisang uduy nga ka-order sil officer gidra Palau National Scholarship Office. Ako ngarter LLC sa lobon tetri teyi ngal gara Belaw nga skura day nga kay Belaw. El gukno sabiir el mo recipient selwan ra award el andra PNSB do mo mo Palau Fellowship Award. Melatyal Palau Fellowship Award as recipient sing PNSB mliharat tiga tertiragi del ngal May May Matorior al 8 weeks al sel 8 weeks ko PNSB dire kalomdo der award der tira $400 rapi kal 2 weeks. Tiang amal di available el program al more tirigel upcoming seniors, current seniors, tigel recent graduates. Maela tiragi del ba moreng certir el alsil si o Mr. Tir tiragi 5 out of 29 el interns el summer. Emo matong erung el group el mertel talk show tigem le ko tamle 2 weeks ago. And then tiragi tigel siya el group pero selpol after 10 yung dire kalguk mga tigagi del remaining el dire kal may makat mo interview Tir. Makpay mo oy dia olgi yung alan more Tir, matabay mo introducer Tir, and then nakata mo muura interview rigid. We can start with the Shuri.
Okay. Ngilitasil sa nga ka Shuri Chipana, akngaligala sinchi Chipana Marites Chipana, akngalra Oldiyais, SR State, and aklara GBH, George B. Harris Elementary School and Palau High School. I'm at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I major in psychology, upcoming senior.
Ngakla ka over nilayas akngal kala bilyo aknal lateri aledoy ma chakson nilayas aktira kama skura George B. Harris Elementary School mamala jamar amin Senti High School kada way ekore lakngara taynga kara Hawaii subat to kala accounting senior sulang.
Malungilitasil nga kang Clara Alani Meltel nga kangaligala Alex Meltel ma Bernice Yuchi nga kangalra ngatki Ray ak mlara skura STA mora PMA mlara PCC taligibel ak ngara skura Chaminade University nga Hawaii ak major criminal justice and criminology direkal senior.
Malungilitasil smerigi darokoy nga kang Clara Dilub Hidayos nga kangal garangarard Elak nga skura Chaminade University of Honolulu, a senior, major in environmental studies, a minor in political science. Ali nga kang kaya ka-cheder nga sa ambong remote ak nga ligala Salvador masyadong remote ak nga all nga rard and ak nara skura Coral Elementary School and nara high school Emmaus Betania High School. I'm a recent graduate University of Hawaii at Manoa and I graduated with my degree in biology. All right, thank you for the introductions, ladies. May lakot talaga lekor kami wa akwase kami lo sabi iwal mo audio reger el al samer neta nga supervisor kami mangara ko ramle ready rabbit kalsils. So I'll start with nga sa among. Okay. So nga kami intern ra Palau National Hospital. A little background nga kabsubra biology because ng swakal mo toktang, so it was the right fit for me in mo intern or hospital. I was under Dr. Myra Abelbay Fraser, and some of my tasks that I did every day was I did rounds with her, all mo absorb in the OR or the ER, and I also helped out with getting meds and kora the other but I still learned doing those kind of stuff too. Elanga kamle ngatingete illegal mo or your Office of Climate Change and under Office of the President. Net tablong te aminterong our supervisor. Niya National Climate Change Coordinator niya Erbay Matsutaro, ma Policy Officer direkal Project Manager National Adaptation Plan and niya Joe Aitaro.
La nga kakuple intern ra Office ra Attorney General nga raong la Ministry of Justice ra Palau. Supervisor nga ma mentor nga ka Assistant Attorney General nga hila asanuma. So during my internship nos ikaramu la draft tawa INA so sigit sa process la Office ra HR receive ay gagidel case ra Bureau of Public Safety ay review ay gagidel case mo sa INA el mo determine charges el morangkal adra selgi pora court direkal mlani at illegal sit in ra gagidel citation hearings ma arraignment hearing ra Supreme Court direkal mlo I'll familiarize myself with 17 PNC 21 PNC ma 42 PNC.
Nga kami intern ra Office ra Public Auditor. Amle supervisor ka public auditor Mr. Saturnino Tewit, ya amle mentor ka Mr. Raymond, ya junior auditor ra OPA. So wala ka sa lobby sa start to ko mo. So mabito kayo dan mo will understand the role of the lobby, matrete la role the rule. So siguro mo direct kay misubra la the conduct audit, may steps together, may planning, ma field work, ma reporting, and then may takes the internship, and then may talaga universal planning, ma field work, then direct kay nos akalabante review editors and ma observe sa lukta talaga la reporting ay audits. Then may yigit, direct kay mga niya talaga mura tara audit la pa-check makmal mo root aware understand the aware loro ringi sulang.
Okay, so I interned at the Division of Behavioral Health and I was stationed at the Youth to Youth program made possible by SAMHSA, and it's located at PCC Ewatala Building. My supervisors were Chief Evelyn Tumingil of Division of Behavioral Health and Teresita Skang. Some of the tasks I was able to do this internship was youth and community engagement, where I shared about my experience going to school in PCC and how am I funding myself in UH Manoa, and just sharing the scholarships and other opportunities I have with fellow students. Part of my task is also helping manage the NCD grant we have to manage our office and the work we do. We're more locally known as Pangigoy Society, so yeah.
All right, thank you, Shuri. So, ela simukor the sortel experience kami ra internship. Ngala sel semek musing gramle highlight overall highlight tel temi loader lobing legal official ngaringi. We can start with you. Sure.
Okay. So I would say my highlight is working with the youths, like working hand in hand and hearing about their experiences and what are the barriers and the gaps, because we can say, oh, youth mental health, oh, we lack opportunities, but what do they actually mean by that? And just knowing that my enthusiasm for youth empowerment and youth mental health is not only reciprocated, but people want to work with our initiative. Yeah, that's mine.
Ako lang na highlight talaga ka siya part tra auditing el mahula field work. We get to meet the auditee mamdantri mag-year sa ito marurunging. You get to know the different agencies, magel background tir, magel ukreli mga alir. So, wala ko additional knowledge sa dungura sa dalurior. So lang.
Highlight ra internship na kara Office Attorney General. Sa agayidal nete-illegal nos attend agayidal citation hearings, mga arraignment hearings ra Supreme Court ra Orior. So, mnes lobengel Assistant Attorney General, lobengel moragagid hearings, observe agayid court procedures, mnos mongil understand, mongil madangala ngar ale la mabrere ra Office Attorney General. Direk kaltang mnos lol nga seura Assistant Attorney General asanumal direk kal handle agayid case walo rule al time. Mong direk kal mlaring at illegal shadow ringil kuk interview ra kuk mat atu ra police like handle agayid cases lorula ma direk kal witnesses ma victims involved agayid al case. So agayid ako atim highlight ra internship ra.
Di ayama remori nga kal adim naksodi at talang tingil awrele kara Office of Climate Change. So sara kurior ay kal nomre kal dalal weeks sing nese kal alorior gila PSL Palau Climate Change Policy. The last one namne 2015. So maneklo rele kal mungui will direct mom tingi kal wasen ngarang ay kal policies ngaringi direct kal ngarang dorungi lamak PS direct kal tal klo will lurior gimururingi amle odol gela tal PS National Adaptation Plan. This is going to be the first ever plan at the national level for the whole Republic of Palau. Baby Raurior direct kal nesegal Lobengela Office of Climate Change attend state visits. Nos amal merced wana lorang ayaw. Direkal sit in Lobengela airby with meetings. Lobengela egal balu to give us financial support, capacity building support. They give the support that we need. Their delbela will almerula togora climate change. Ma highlight nga kara ay kal regulurior ala sigidal wal kadam lomod adurar ikal agencies ikal different agencies that are below mumdingen was saying nga challenge nga those pe mas other communicate with supporting countries and may matol sis akl or to alela to our other lorior so igigidak mal no madangalil was sakdak malol nga songs our other lorior in a lot of aspects of work. Takal dil sila Office of Climate Change. Malmutregal sectorial agencies del maluspe or other lorior.
For me, I would say my everyday schedule or hospital, I would say that was like a good highlight. I got to see so many people, and the biggest highlight for me was, seeing your patients every day. Akmal mo emotionally attached, even though you're not supposed to be as a tokdang, but I really got attached to some of them, and then seeing them discharged happy and healthy and they're able to go home, that was a highlight for me. And I also want to say One of the main things that I am grateful for was getting to know Tiral Toktang or Belao and getting to know their stories and why they wanted to become a doctor, why they went to the schools that they went to, because it's a lot of guidance for me because I had no clue what to do. I had some idea, but I didn't know like what benefits to look out for when applying for med school and choosing a medical school. So they helped me with that. So yeah.
Thank you for those answers. Elasel dom taswa ko ra school en komplo di nga classroom se mongui wabu komlu sa essays kom dim subegel ko concept trato ye so blal por nga te eli wel mutel merbela we orior 8 weeks mom da swing lesabi wel lola begi del knowledge of them subra school and may apply regal ready morul.
Definitely. And not to get technical, but it's something relevant, so I'm going to say it. I took a educational psychology class this semester, and we talk a lot about how to get meaningful engagement. It's one thing to share information, but how are you actually engaging the students in what you're teaching them? And it's things that I was able to reflect on my educational journey here in Palau, but also it really helps me in when I make presentations or when I'm making curriculums for our program, how am I presenting that information and how can people best receive that and get their best takeaway. Yeah.
Ako sa mori sa tungan niya sa kana school ito ko lang manguwi beto so wala ko lang mata understand that mo tiyang ngarang masahod so kal internship pa man may help ko lang especially sa to ka mamrut aurior ako man understand na sel ngarabo ko sel do suban ni sel lurior mga tipo ka ba difference but yeah you get understanding more knowledge I think mutel ko tutulador sa actually lurior then yeah apply the knowledge to get the super school. So yes, very important to the internship.
So take it the spring semester. I actually took a class, Introduction to Law and Court Procedures. I gave the assignment na kasi the class di malu sa case brief. So case brief direkal muy wertero gil case go over it while summarize el malu sa issue ma analyzation ma conclusion ma charges and all of that. So sige direkal similar mora INA I gal ready kara Officer Attorney General during my internship. So I got the hang of it really fast. Wal ko ra OCC wa dolo usay the INA ma case brief. So I can say that I was able to apply what I learned in the classroom and take it with me throughout the duration of my internship.
Yes, I would say definitely I gal todo subra school, especially tayo nga kaling nga major ka, you're focused on one thing. For me, example, na class called Environmental Law and Policy. Through that class, I gave lo musubol girela igal especially the United Nations and like all their works around negotiating. I'll mention negotiations. In December, there's the COP29, the Conference of Parties. There I'll give me subra class. So for me, it's like hearing the stories, and then coming to have my story, to live that story. Nga kami ngui bringi al selabo kulase nga tiangaral COP me wangara tretere laurioringi. So it's very different, but definitely helpful. It ikal swabala mal ang usukaw makamamdu al handler abrior.
I feel like this is a great place to clarify. However, I'm only saying this because I think for listeners and other students who are interested in the pre-med route, they want to do pre-med in college because they want to go to medical school, this is good for you guys to know. So the pre-med route basically means like you take the prerequisites for medical school. You take a year of chemistry, a year of calculus, basically the sciences, and then that's it. So I have zero medical training, not a lot of medical knowledge. I probably know the science behind it. I can probably work in a lab and do blood testing because that's where my strengths are. It's in the lab. But I didn't know anything medical-wise coming into this internship. And at first I was intimidated, but thankfully Tiral Toktang, they also went to medical school. Some of them did pre-med, so they know I'm coming in here like clean slate with no experience. So they did their best to accommodate me and to teach me as much as I need to. And I would also say like the electives I took, those classes, you do learn some things about diseases, so that did help. And I also took anatomy, so I did understand some of the terms that the doctors were talking about. So this internship really helped expand my knowledge on those.
So, ang kami di okatam lamo mere, mar mo umere ka internship ra kami. Basta mo kar amta sortel lural el moruringi. Do you think you sel oming sa manmutal mo persura o sisil type prior o sisil office or nga niya ko the will go into another office ko pursue another type of work? We can start with ngas among.
Yes, I would like to come back and work as a doctor. From my experience, I've seen that the Palau National Hospital, they're very understaffed, and they really need all the help they can get, especially from Palauans. I would like to see more Palauan doctors and more Palauans in healthcare, so it's definitely my plan to come back and work for the hospital.
I would say Sertlutel May ak planel mutel mo ulir telul just silobis le tukuk mla adal more knowledge nga kamangarang, so I think I would be more prepared to continue that route.
Tira kalwa sa Sertlutel May belawing dia kalswa kalmorir tay de los sisil obvious. Tira kalmal nga song sa manpower al sa tay del office ma MOJ in general. The workload les egal witness sa ngil wala na order tay del office sa mal poto ka ready etamal nga song sa el adrala. So yeah, I would say I would definitely work at this office again when I return to Palau.
Mo rin nga dimle first week or second week yung kal supervisor nga dimle ko kasi kabay daw nga school mo early bang kamam. So yes, magsukal actually sukal mo to me intern matira si office next year Isabel, and then sabok mali yung magsukal din kami sa lobbies malsuka direct masuk our other word ni malungin na word malu le ada get along direct malungin na posto kamam direct mal talaga mal offer to further education matamal le offer sa iyo la sa barang kamaming sabi ng sukal further education na so yes, of course, mal sa kalmuto meron talaga sa school.
I feel the same way. Working with the Division of Behavioral Health, there's such a distinction between clinical and admin, and I personally come from the background in prevention, so I definitely want to help out, and I'm really passionate in expanding that because behavioral health expands to everything that we do in life. So I want to be a bridge in those things, like if I have to teach somewhere, like how can I make use of my impact and the knowledge and capacity that I can give to the community. So yeah.
Thank you. Ilang dimday kay kita ko ragel gila la tay gidal internship experience. Ela kita ko moragel ko questions el gila la school, college. May ilang sel ko tel gira So the mom dingik missing so also iwe dim lutel mo mention yourself Mr. Ngarangaral school ngara major kami and just let us talk Mr. Kamil ngarang decide on those school ma majors. We can start with you.
So I attend the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I actually finished PCC. I graduated with an associate's degree in liberal arts, and I took a gap year before leaving for school. So it was a intended decision to go to UH Manoa, and a lot of my mentors that I worked with throughout the gap year were alumni of UH Manoa, so that was a big motivating factor for me. And also in the work that we do with behavioral health and prevention, it's really important to consider our cultures. You know, we can't follow textbook methods. We're a very unique community, so being in a unique community such as Hawaii with being able to tap into a Pacifica community where I don't necessarily have to adjust too much with my values, and I'm still able to keep intact with the values that our culture holds was really important, because we go and we leave for school and a lot of times we become westernized, you know. And so going to UH Manoa was me paying for that integrity in being able to tap into cultures and people easily. So yeah.
So nga sila graduate temori yak mal masukit kaya nga PCC adabli ka maldrila sa way maraskura outside. So ngarinya unmak Hawaii Kumenga nga skula University of Hawaii Manoa at time sila graduate tek per Hawaii yak nura sil Kapiolani Community College direct under UH may ulak nura say ngariya direct wala me the mer belaw ngariya o ta kanyar say direct na school soldaw elang care say oral bullies mang talaga daw si Bible say makumkala ko yuke daga nga sew so sige dakmlong maktilo bila JCC gore my University of Hawaii Manoa which I'm very happy with that like my school mila campus ni so I encourage you magam kasay I encourage if you have any questions you like H Manoa you man nga rin some answer questions ako din sa man di marahilo like you know it's cheaper there to live there di Manoa direct maling school so hopefully to ka apply mara school
so nga sila graduate ra PMA actim le graduate mara PCC sila start ra PCC ak dim na ko din ko sing ram le swakal major ngi makmle washerin major na liberal arts molmong mlaring ako COVID so mle close sa border survey lao matene start to say the pandemic re-employment program taxal sure for other member nginding mlar ngela PVA so nga kamar tokol classmates na kakukna yatte elamel apply tegidel program gimlorio ra one leap tegidel program nga ngela Division of Juvenile Justice ma Narcotics Enforcement Unit nga ngela Ministry of Justice. So, I say the program as a junior advisor for about 2 years. About 2 months into the program, it inspired me to change my major to criminal justice. So, actim la PCC at sa major kan mo CJ, la PCC 1 year and a half. Say them le open na border survey la makliliyaran ngol wasel apply mora school nga like belaw. Direct ka nga sister nga close sister nga Hawaii so le choose apply mora askura Hawaii like over said UH Manoa malungil school ding dia ka program ringira criminal justice so akle apply ra Chaminade University akngar sel mo senior major criminal justice and no regrets it's also a really great school so yeah akngar ra Chaminade.
Angak sira ko graduate ra high school. Yeah. Nga kamal ni I was class president ra graduating class ra ko 2021. Sige ding dim lagam longra alarwa prom so I give the third the sang dim la ka apply dim la teme kal apply mo ra school to meet all the deadlines. So I guess my why is sister nga sige da sister nga ka mnagtiang. She was doing her master's program ra Sophia University, but she was here on her breaks, and then she was the one who motivated me to apply for Chaminade University. Like ne graduate ra Chaminade. So man oais wasing man ngil experience ra Chaminade. Dire kalmin suba environmental studies. Masarak apply ako timla apply mura environmental studies. And then further down the road, yak explore Chaminade. I realized wasing I'm not just interested in environment stuff, but what really caught my attention was the territorial law, environmental law. So then I just last year, Sarak Junior, yak mle declare a minor nga kalmo political science just to get to know more about the policy, territorial law and government stuff.
So for me, University of Hawaii was never on my. It wasn't my plan or say. Just like Toby, I graduated at 2020, so of course it's the height of COVID. I already applied to multiple universities and I got accepted to them, but the one that I wanted to go to was in Texas. But because of COVID, they closed down their dorms, so I had nowhere to go. I had no family there, and my parents wanted me to go to PCC because they didn't want me to leave during COVID. But and I just wanted to leave anyways because I knew the path I was going on and I just needed to start university right away. So they said it's either PCC or Komura UH with your brother. My older brother was already in school there. So that's how I ended up University of Hawaii at Manoa. I left on one of the chartered flights and I never looked back. Yeah. But I will say I'm glad that I ended up going to a school like UH. I didn't realize, but the city life and like American life can be very intimidating, at least for me. So Hawaii is a good mix of island life and city life. It's a good transition into the mainland. So I will say that.
Why did you choose your major?
My major? I've always loved science, and it wasn't until high school when I really fell in love with biology. And I knew way before I even graduated high school that I wanted to be a doctor. So studying biology made the most sense, and also the prerequisites for medical school are the same classes you require to take as a biology major. So it's almost like killing two birds with one stone, so that was the best option for me.
Thank you guys for all your answers. Well, lasan mo ra the certain experience sa Mira School. What has been the most challenging part of it? We can start with Nas Among.
The most challenging part of college, I would say I was very homesick, but I had lots of family, so I got over that quickly. On University of Hawaii, as a Pacific Islander, you don't feel like a minority, but then in my field of study, I was. In sciences, you don't see maybe marine biology, you see a lot of islanders, but for biology, you don't see as much. So it was difficult being, the only, or a few, being a minority in the classroom and having everybody else come from, really private high schools, and me having the background that I have, I felt very intimidated. I didn't have as much experience with the technology. I had difficulties running tests and stuff on my laptop. But yeah, that's what I would say is the most challenging part, but they offer a lot of resources, especially for Pacific Islanders. So because of that, I got to work with tutors and persevered.
Legal challenges nga college. Definitely being independent. Nga para college dimle nga kal maral mo out of all my siblings it was during COVID man restrictions like flights mangarang so I left on my own and I think that was the most difficult part sel como oradar adrablim mar sa alim and then also making your own decisions sel the college we're like awkward like we're still kind of young but then like we're making our own decisions especially when you go outside of your hometown so mal negire kalgarigi klat decision making skills nga there masu learn how to make wise decisions on your own and then the last one stepping out of my comfort zone because tel school am nga kama alani school leader adra nga bar yeah ko kal temera sister nga kamatang setup na bitokol ngal Pacific matokora you know make friends but then our school is in a Marianist institution so el altaming dagal kumal butokar Pacific Islanders lingil by butoka programs and murtir online so that's the opportunity they get them with bel mera school so sige del gora you know meet new people nga got ne eklamu gora nga high school and mora college but then that really taught me how to you know step out of your comfort zone and meet everybody and make friends.
So the most challenging experience for me was being away from my parents. Diwege sa among madilob. So assistant sa Lora it was like 2013. So from 2013 until Sakura lang may 2022. 2013 until 2022 nga kawal like only child in the house. Hindi nga mother lang. So sige dawal kam like clol adjustment aroy dra the mother lang. But direk nga your family nga kalkuk nga Hawaii, ma sister nga kawal kilom ngila sister nga so that was very helpful. Eserak po nga dilupa or ding Larsay so that was also a big help to helping me adjust to school and living there.
Tunga ya mori nga kabil o ngal mesela ko mas school sila mataraman challenging el part maray le tinga ya family nga kakil mira nga sila hiaroid ding thankfully at time buto ka video chat so it's easier to talk to them dila kami challenging sa tungo sa Larsay nga Hawaii and you know sa Larsay ka transportation na karapas so sila time management na important magila you know schedule everything 3 minutes ra kato blah blah ilmo kamangil make sure get on you know get to campus on time so time management magila yeah time management sorry and then so I have every day I schedule a daily routine make sure everything is scheduled from the moment I wake up so I also have a part-time job so I make sure kurior sa bekla nga yatem kami so yeah that can be challenging sometimes I bilak malmotar utiso ka the rest but malmo blakango then make sure you get that enough rest most embel continue mero subele the edel more the part-time job I think that's about it.
I think something that stood out to me was having roommates because I live at the dorms. So I share room with 3 other girls. Apartment. So not room. Apartment with 3 other girls. And we have people from California and one straight from Italy. So there was a lot of diversity going on in this one household. And it was nice. It was cool. But when you're tired and when you're stressed, these differences come to light. And yeah, having to learn how to kind of stand up for myself. Not that it was any problem, but really, because everyone has a different way of life, and it starts to make you rethink, like, oh, have I been doing it wrong? Or maybe it's just a thing in Palau, and just kind of questioning your values of, should I do this? Should I just follow? And so to combat that, like, being able to get in touch with the girls in Hawaii and the other Micronesians and just kind of get those values in, like, no, we have it right. You know, like, our way of life, it's complex and it's intricate in the ways we really consider other people more than ourselves, but it's the right way, and it's not something I'd want to not do anymore. So that's something.
Usually. And thank you everyone for sharing your challenges. Mal ko ra kakarose ka challenges sa kami. And it's good to share with everyone matukukra mamadingay like what to expect sa sumusoril mo ra school. So maybe to follow that up, ang ilo ko ay sa kama legal positive al ka side ra school, legal ka positive experiences sa kami ra school so far.
So UH Mano has like really big classes. Around my first semesters, I had a class of 160 people, and it was just such a experience because we don't even talk. We don't, like, engagement is all through your laptop and all that. But my second semester, I had really smaller classes and very interactive ones where you walk into class, you're always presenting, or you're always like in some kind of interactive discussion. And sitting down and listening to everyone chime in, I realized like how different our experiences are. So it always makes me, again, second guess myself, and I know what I'm gonna bring up is relevant, but it's just so beyond your understanding. But when I force myself to do those things and just bring more seasoning to the room, and just also like having them experience, because I'm learning from them, and it's not fair that I don't give back what I could give, knowledge that I could instill. And just being in those classrooms and having them kind of validate me meaningfully, like listen to me, ask questions back and forth, it really instills like we're in a learning environment. Like you feel intimidated, you feel all these things, but you really got to take the leap in your intentions are good. You're here for a reason, and people with like mind, like heart will see you and make you feel good about those things. So yeah.
So amal kukuhit pa total experience nga ra school la sel dimitra ko korab SLAD sel ko lang classroom na dimitra, especially nga sel kung mga yawa tira ko na challenging tel sel first tera class it will malakong clear. So see that tera mal bring it tira pronounce tank which is it's okay makporolik tira saying so baka tayo mo la meet new students ito all the mesa takla sa other year magibol cook most of the 30 amal the other mainland the middle school Hawaii. So tumanda ko dang la bela mo tiyang year makora mal sa marial masaliti mo tiyang year. So sige just meeting new people and talking to them about where you're coming from, mabalwa, yeah, everything.
So for me, I would say a positive experience for me in Hawaii is my job on campus. So ang ka-audio ra service learning and community engagement office ra Shaminad. So our say del office ya community position ra say del office sa community partner coordinator. So tayo del office sa walo ol nga sora nga school partner tilo tayo del community organizations. So mlan nga tokol legal ko mitra other gayidel pagpating la community ra al sila Hawaii. So that was a very big positive experience for me lang in a way ngora mukme de lo sisiwa cultura Hawaii mabelaw. They're also really big on conservation and the land and the ocean. So that was also like something that I could relate with. So another positive experience is tayo del obviously ringira shaminada direct kalngania mentoring program ringi where rangal kara skura shaminada mora gagi del bek la high school, middle school, elementary school mentor or tutor. Segura OCC yung imategi del LEAP program planning serak kuk ngarbelaw. So serak ngarbelaw ek ngartegi del program rawan LEAP pagi direk kalulu outreach program sul muray gagi del bekpeng la school ngara orior mapabaldab percental masadal gila la drug alcohol prevention may gagi del program tutoring program sa one LEAP may gagi del summer camp program. So it was kind of the same thing. And that was something that I really enjoyed doing. So being able to do that again in Hawaii with kids from Hawaii was a wonderful experience for me.
Ako positive experience na karasham na. Diyang a Marianist institution, but we do have cultural clubs. A cultural clubs consist of Micronesian club, Lumnay o Samoa, that's the Samoan club, and Filipino club, Hawaiian club. Through this, we get to learn different cultures. One of those positive experiences, Maloygal ngalgara Micronesia, ngalgara Samoa, and ngalgara Tonga. We learn all those different cultures. That a positive experience is gaining friends that turned into family. Sa kotal mo a college roommate na ka ngalgara Tonga. Freshman and she's 1 out of 10 siblings. Dangali, and we got really close, and then so that's one of the positive challenges, positive experience. I gained a family. So tamadi include ngagan, but they live in Kauai, not in Oahu. So selbol Thanksgiving, they fly me over, magyo Thanksgiving. Tamad include so I think that's one of the most important positive experience that I've gone through. Getting out of my comfort zone. It's a challenge, but then it becomes a positive experience. Sarakot talmara college freshman sophomore year nga, all I do is dorm, mura class, emuton mera dorm. I don't really go out much, but then through my roommate, I give no meet Samoa, make friends, and that's also one of positive experience.
So for me, I would like to say, similar to the Luba, getting out of my comfort zones was the thing I'm most grateful for. So Sirakpura UH, it was just me and my brother, at least with what I know of. Our other Belalungar say, I know there were a lot of grad students, but for undergrad, Alak Aluid, it was just me and my brother. And we studied 2 completely different things. So we didn't interact at all until we went home. So not having my community there was, I felt lonely, but it forced me to make friends and interact with other people in my classroom. Like I said, I was one of the only people that was Pacific Islander in class. So it forced me to interact with other people, and I made a lot of lifelong friends because of that. We like to say we're trauma bonded now, because it really was traumatizing going through all those chemistry courses. So even now that we've graduated, we have plans to meet up. Akmakira here in California and everything. We always have Friendsgiving every Thanksgiving, and then now we won't be doing it anymore. So I'm kind of sad. And I would like to say, because I didn't have the other Palauan girlies, they didn't come until much later. I immersed myself in work, and through that, I managed to make a lot of connections with the professors. So I got hooked up with this one professor who could who offered me this research position. It was a summer thing, so I did that for him for the summer. I got to work for them, like a paid job, being a tutor for calculus or a learning assistant for math. And then my previous job, the one that I just finished before I graduated, was as an advisor, and I really enjoyed being an advisor for students. When I came in, it was during COVID, so most classes were online. So because of that, you know, they kind of just let you be, like it's just on Zoom and you can figure it out from there. So I felt kind of under-supported. So as an advisor now, and I'm helping like freshmen coming in, I'm helping my brother and his classmates with school and applying. Yeah, it's just something I enjoy doing because it's something like I didn't really have as a student coming in through COVID, yeah, during COVID.
Thank you. May ang ngaral advice kasi I will sharing in mora tirakal high school student, the recent high school graduates, or tadingi dil ngarbela wal kor umdaswa apply mora school, mora college, and mo pursue a bachelor's degree tier. What advice can you give them?
Okay. This is self-explanatory, but it makes a world of a difference. Knowing the deadlines, apply. You thought about it, you had an idea pop in, Google calendar, put that in, because I think right now it's the deadlines that gets them, right? Like, and I am not immune to that. Deadlines and me are not friends, but because going to school is an expense, that has to be your strong suit. I took a gap year, so my experience in getting prepared to go to school is very different. I had the time, or I was able to make the time for myself, but it made a world of a difference in me being able to financially do it myself. And with that, you need to go with the process. Like, you gotta apply early, get accepted, go and do the scholarships. Like, you cannot apply for scholarships if you're not accepted. So that itself, like, it's a domino effect, and I think like stress and all these things are factors to why it like holds and you don't do these things. But yeah, just making that time. So it's something I really try to instill to my siblings, because I'm the eldest of three. Like, there's three of us, and I didn't know any of these things. So I got pushed to PCC. After PCC, I still didn't learn my lesson. So I took a gap year, because I'm like, if I want to go to school, I don't want to pay for it. Like, if I work so hard in school, why am I going to pay for that? So if you know that's your capacity and, like, you know, your confidence, these things are the things that's going to build your confidence. So advocate for yourself. Yeah.
Ako advice and mara di na graduate, sorry, school. Please visit the office of PNSB or the website. Tumral buto ka tial, buto ka scholarships. Yambal buto. Wala ka lang na motival klorikik. Akmala mo sembral ko ura ngo. Wala nga niyel tisto ba certain age. So malingin albang ilome. Sing malda ka din nga ba nga schooling buto ka school Silborngi, Australia, New Zealand, Marshabal. So please visit. So kung nata kamsal bagyan mo mas kurike, malingil obong bisita mori, mal information. Direct make sure apply for FAFSA, si micro rally. Kung malangat lang mo include yourself in state tuition. So maraming time to start apply school, school. So mabuto ka teal. And so the school and gotta make sure that we visit our advisors and make sure of on track school and magil subliv. Adala katay ngasum ko ma schooling, it's normal to change majors. Asum manda I'm sure mong tiyaso marungi. It's okay to change majors and make sure sel marungi it's what you want to do in the future. Sel marungi it doesn't feel like ako na malguru siya marungi because you love it and you want to do it. That's kind of what happened to me with manaptotom sa change sa major. I finally change sa accounting, and I actually enjoy doing it. I don't doubt to others in way say, but yeah, so just it's okay to change majors and make sure say alam tu seriya so amal toy marungi and it's not what others are telling you to take. Yeah, so you advice.
So takuk ti advice nga kal mura nga high school, short and sweet and simple. Bol bla karang mil nga school, say about do di we the mored.
Thank you.
Advice nga kal mura nga school material ko ra undo sa mara college. The sky's the limit. It might be a cliche, but it's true. You know, don't limit yourself because mal time mal buto ka opportunities. You can go to college for free. You know, and gain life experience as well as education. Dire kalso kalkmul wase, if I can do it, you can do it too. If ang sa amal tayo mga tiyangi may magiyo ay cycle experiences there, mom, it means you can do it too. We're all like you, and we've been there. And now I give amrek mang elang kuktemyo, you know. Trekad pambisi tra PNSB. PNSB has been very helpful throughout these college years. Lumskaw though, because Palau needs you, and just make sure that you contribute back when you're done.
I would also say don't rush. Take your time. If there's lots of examples up here at this table. If you want to take a gap year, do that. Just make sure that school is something you really want to do. I know school is not for a lot of people, and that's okay. But if it's something that you want to do, just make sure. Because coming to college, it's really hard. And as well as choosing your major, make sure you choose a major that you know you'll enjoy. Because if not, it's going to be so hard. It's going to feel like you're working towards nothing. You're going to be sad, very, very sad. So make sure it's something you enjoy. And I will also say, if you do apply for college and you get accepted into a university or college and you decide to go, research beforehand what kind of opportunities that college has. Because UH Manoa, hey, shout out UH Manoa, come to school here. If you're not sure what major you want to do, you can go in undeclared. There's nothing wrong with that. Go in undeclared if you have to. And at universities like Manoa, we have a exploratory program. So you can go in as an exploratory student. You can take, let's say you're kind of interested in science, but you don't know what kind of science. There's exploratory STEM. So you can take a couple of classes from each of the whatever science courses, or there's exploratory business where you can take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and decide what you want. So yeah, research the school you're going to and take advantage of all the opportunities.
All right. Okay, last question. Not really question. No, yeah, it's a question. Some you will recognize the other me or just anyone that help you throughout your educational journey. We'll start with Ngas Among.
I would like to thank my parents. They have supported me throughout everything from elementary school up until now. And, I'm very fortunate to have them as my parents because they both attended university and graduated. So the whole experience, it just felt so natural and so normal just because my parents have done it as well. And they knew what to expect, what I need to do to prepare for college. So they made sure to prepare me for that. And I want to shout out my big brother, Justice Tung Remote, also a graduate of UH Manoa. All throughout college, I had my odd jobs here and there, but he really did support me, along with my parents, but he took care of me and supported me throughout my remaining years at UH Manoa. And shout out to my friends. We really did trauma bond, and they helped me throughout everything. We would, we each have our strengths and our weaknesses. So I was better at math, so I would help them with their math homework, and they would help me with chemistry, and that's how we were up until we graduated. So thank you for the support, as well as to my professors and my boss. Yeah, thank you.
Di so kalmene nga sule ladala sure ideos appels. Singemal ne support nga ka throughout my university years. My sister as well for pushing me to apply for school. Niya alung. Also to my aunties and uncles at tiangal maloy nga omal masaul. Direkal sa alig matrigel kuk my Hanay family in Kauai. Trigel man ne support nga throughout my college years.
This wakalura nga sulala the mga madalak mar adra bligal ngartiang matigel adra bligal ngarhawa direkal el mal helper nga tubet sa lamrang al sauril mora sister nga kal Alexi Meltel. Thank you for letting me stay with you. Direkal mar klolomrang al sauril mora kawe mori mar adra PNSB gomel masaura gagidel te alal mer mamel ngalra school ay gagidel bekpuding la te al mawa scholarship mawa internship pa the otil was ko malomrang ar ma'am maul mga nga way gagidel opportunity. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Masakit mo na kasuro mori kami staff officer PNSB, my board members, sa director dahil nagyalo ko niya sul kami ang nasa kabamira ako tatala school, mata internship, tirakon man marang kasulala at ablik. So kami kasula adala ka madamak, I took a really long gap year, kulungan ko, and then tamadin naman mo magpush na kalasing pa mo to mga school lang eragito ko siya ba nga may pa school may sa bambre may ko dasol ko family na ka masok na mga sulu man may support nga arti mga school man algoing arti yan ang siya nga raise my kids then ko labik then ko man ko nga mga school mga arti ang ko titrang alkam awlo mas shorter direkal ngayon ginabata na kangal Hawaii, Panti, Ngarsay, yung kira hindi mal make sure tayo job, yung kakamali nga katang artel yung rataon, yung medal school, yung kira yung mga make sure mag tayo job, yung malong siya nga kajal rukul kuspe, isa kuklak nga school, kuk marabli rin makarinyi, obtetrir, direkal, yeah, I guess that's kaming ngakamadalita lang ang tele forum malda sa kalabas lawang sula Dios rakis elan ko masakal smisian ko jang mutle mara school even dak mal orator family nga anding mal nasakal nila ko lasik mutle mara school lak madimre de mutle mermay so madimre ang sula Dios sembral do bunya kala kata misak nasa madinga kaltang sabi ko tayo mo sa daktel mo mailing daktel mo tumalan dik mal pwede lulu mel pwede bunye kamak makasaklip pwede masaklis ala bunye kamarong ko mag daswal to be able to do this in mutimara school so lang.
I'd also like to thank you, Modi and PNSB, for being great supporters and navigators. It's my first time being an applicant with you guys. And you guys are so warm and kind in answering our questions, and now I have like 2 other siblings going through the same process, so it's really nice knowing who you guys are and knowing how patient and welcoming you guys are to the opportunities that we can get. I'd also like to thank my family. I do a lot of stuff, and I didn't expect to be back home for the summer, so they've been really great supporters in everything that I do, and Yeah, also Chief Evelyn Tumangil, she actually flew through Hawaii and she mentored me in the past. She's been my mentor and she actually pushed me like, hey, put in this application, let's work this summer, and really modeling what an employer should be doing for the youth of Palau, not just opening the door, but when we need, pushing us through the door, and so that we can explore like what our passions should be. Yeah. Also to my office mates, Weber and Tres, in our little office. Yeah, they do a lot, and there's so much going on, but they make it worth it. Like, it's really the people you work with, you know. So, yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
May malbas. Ding direkto masama nga sulala o sa public auditor. Mano ko nga nakalintong na bantarir. Tira maldim lak tim na email tira wala alsin sa next day tina email bakal sa oy ko nga nakal may akmal dem nga sulala public auditor Mr. Saturno Tewid mano ko nga nakal mo sa tir madala ko man to nga dinway mool man teman masangal altam lit the planning to host totally a people conference nga rin next month ding bral mudul mo task man bro ko matcha nga make sure ak mo na ya jara marula so akmal dem nga suli talaga lobby sa mal teman ni work kami yaman ni make sure ak ti job comfortable sa lobby city so tambal masulang.
Alright. Thank you, ladies. Kamal masulang amla sabihin may mo kumkuk share experiences sa kamira internship, madira kaluk experiences sa kamira school. Ang adim laygay gida kuk sa amar share alsils. Thank you to all tigarukul adon no si itun in orengs ma sa shore gida alsils. Like Shuri said, the deadline is important. Makmadi mo maklat ka alsils sa deadline ra scholarship PNSB scholarship pigel talmen scholarship. Masuko ba nila submit ra application na raw. Please submit ringira PNSB LLCs and don't forget the requirements. Malsab ildiam kadong or office sa mga nga karmiw nga then war office sa 488-3608 malubo kam email ra kamamara pnsbinternship@gmail.com or scholarship680@gmail.com. Dimlay kay gidak lugo keng dirikal po niya OCC will talk show will kuk kakarosel intern mang please tune in tomorrow OCC time 2 p.m. Thank you very much.